What's going on, guys? Back again with another video. Man, it's been like, I think it's been like a month now since I haven't put a video up. It's not that I haven't wanted to. It's just the fact that we've had a bunch of shitty weather, like constantly. And it's just been raining a lot and really cold. I just haven't wanted to ride in that kind of cold weather. But we actually have, today is actually super nice. Well, not super nice, but it's nice enough to be able to ride my bike. It's not really all that cold. So I'm, taking the chance to actually ride my bike. So yeah, like I said, I haven't posted a video for like a month now. And I've been really wanting to, like I said, I still got those hot food challenges. I just haven't really gotten around to doing it. So I haven't been doing a whole bunch this last month. Just kind of hanging out and working and all that stuff. And I ended up getting a new job. So I've been kind of like, I wouldn't say like focused on that, but obviously learning a new job and how it all works and all that stuff. So I got out of that shitty ass warehouse job that I was at. So it just feels nice to actually have a job that I don't hate going to. Even though the job I have, I work for Amazon, delivering packages, so it's better than what I had before. And obviously, being like a new employee, like there is quite a lot to learn off the beginning. So it's like, if you're a new employee, it's like, it's a lot to take in. And, it can be a little overwhelming because there's like just so much things that you have to remember and learn, and you kind of just get thrown into the position. So yeah, so there's just, I've just been working this last like month and a half pretty much with Amazon, and it hasn't been too bad. But what sucks too is that I'll be out driving, delivering packages, and it'll be like, well, it'll be a lot nicer day than this, where it's like actually like a lot more blue skies and not cloudy. But yeah, I'll be out working, delivering packages, and it's super nice. And I'm like, man, how come every time I'm working is the only time it's actually been super nice out? And it just drives me nuts, where it's like on my days off, it's fucking cold and raining, and that's what blows, because I want to be able to like ride on my day off. And so today was like one of the only days that's actually going to be somewhat nice. And then obviously I think tomorrow might be nice, I think. But then Wednesday it's fucking back to rain again. So I'm trying to take advantage of being able to ride and record a video. Low flying plane. I've been kind of deciding that, because obviously I live in Pacific Northwest in Washington, and I don't know, lately I've been kind of wanting to decide to move somewhere where it's actually like nice all year round. That way I don't have to worry about this stupid rain, and like, well, I guess Washington doesn't get like ridiculously cold as Chicago does, but I want to be able to ride like all year round in like warm weather. And so I've been like loosely like looking at houses in different states and all that. Like I've kind of considered moving back to Chicago, but I kind of want to live somewhere where it's super nice out like all year round. Like I don't want to live in California, even though that would probably kind of be cool, but California it's expensive, and it's just expensive over there. So that's the reason why I don't want to live in California. But I've been looking at like maybe like Arizona, but that's like way hot too. So it's like, I don't know if I really want to live in like a super hot state. It being able to reach up to like 105 degrees. I've also been like maybe considering like Colorado. But, you know, moving to another state, that's kind of a big deal. And I don't know, it's kind of a lot of a big process. But you know, I think, like I said, if this YouTube thing actually works out in my favor, then I wouldn't have a problem moving anywhere. Because, you know, that way my job is YouTube, and I won't have to I won't have to worry about getting a new job. I mean, or I guess I just can transfer. I guess I could for Amazon if that's even possible. Another state. Okay, dude, you can speed up a little bit. But yeah, delivering with Amazon, I've delivered to a lot of areas around where I live in my town and all that stuff, and I've come across a lot of like super nice houses, and just even, you know, delivering packages to all these nice houses, I'm getting like super jealous. Just because I want to be able to, you know, live in these nice houses too. I want to be able to afford something like that, but, you know, and I can't really afford that by myself. I got me a new motorcycle jacket, and it's actually got a little bit of armor in it, and it's not as warm as I was expecting it to be. Like, I have like 4 layers on, and it's still a little chilly. Yeah, so I kind of have a task to do this summer. Is you know, I'm gonna be trying to actually like rebuild the motor for my Subaru this summer. That way I can actually like ride my bike in the meantime while my car's down. I mean, hopefully I can do it. It's not like too hard to do. I just don't know like the 100% like full process of doing it. But I figure, you know, doing it during the summertime while it's actually like super nice out and I ride my bike, that would be ideal. I'm probably not going to do a super long ride today because it is still a little cold, and I'm not really wearing the warmest of attire. Come on, dude. Trying to catch up to this S2000 over here. Oh shit. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the microphone, but this fucking Honda S2000 is pretty loud. I think it'll look good once it's fucking painted. But having green wheels White bumpers, body panels in yellow. It'll look better when it's all painted. I killed it. It's okay, I've done it too. I've killed my bike a few times and my car. Man, it is fucking cold out. Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping that we get this third stimulus check. That would be pretty nice. And you know, I'm kind of glad that. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I don't care for politics at all. I don't vote. I don't fucking care about that shit. But I'm for whoever helps the people out. And I'm glad that, you know, I was reading a bunch of articles saying that Biden is actually, like, once he gets inaugurated in the office, that he is actually gonna be, like, fighting for that third stimulus check, which would be, like, I'm assuming it's gonna be, because we already got that $600, the second one, that I'm assuming the third one's gonna be like $1,400, which that'll be nice. So if I can get that money, and then also a tax return, you know, that'll be a nice chunk of change that I can help pay off some debt here and actually be able to, like, pay shit off faster and save up money. So ultimately the end goal is gonna work in my favor. Man, it is fucking cold out. 46 degrees. I feel like it's colder than that. Probably because I'm in the shade. My hands are freezing. Even with these fucking leather gloves, my hands are freezing. But it's just been nice to be able to actually get out and ride my bike. I was for sure like my battery was gonna, I wouldn't say be dead because it's still a new bike, but maybe like have a little bit of a hard time starting because it's been sitting for like a month. But now I think I started right up. But I'm fucking cold now. I'm probably just gonna head back home. Nice out, but it's fucking cold. That's the fucking shitty part. My bike is not radiating enough heat to keep me warm. Like the only time I can warm up is when I'm actually at a stop. That, you know, oh, I think I did in one of my previous videos. I was talking about how my mom's car was all acting funny and that fucking all the lights from the dash would flash and all that shit, so it was just acting funny. And so that was another thing I did too, is I was able to actually figure that out, what was wrong with it. And it wasn't the fucking relays. It wasn't anything to do with like the fucking transmission or any kind of like neutral safety switch. I ended up figuring out that it was the actually the fucking starter that was causing the issue. Which is really weird because most of the time it started up just fine. And except for like randomly, it would like, I think it only happened like twice that I know of that it wouldn't start. Maybe 2 or 3 times. But yeah, no, so I ended up pulling the starter off. So it was like, when I was looking at her car, it was like, I was trying to decide whether if I should replace the actual push button start or the starter, because that was the only like things I can think of that would be causing that kind of like electrical issue. Because the battery was new, I replaced all the relays and all that stuff, and replaced anything that had to do with like the neutral safety switch, and I didn't think it would actually be the actual like push button start or the starter, because the starter is fine. I took the starter out and I took it over and got it tested. Oh, what the fuck? I took the starter over to get tested and it passed, and I was like, there's no way, like the way that the starter sounded when I tested it just did not sound right. But the guy said it passed, and I was like, okay, well, it was either a toss-up between the switch or the starter, and they were roughly gonna be about the same price. So with the starter being a tiny, which is surprising, the starter was actually a little bit cheaper than the actual fucking push button, which is really weird. And so we got the starter, and when I pulled the starter out, I ended up noticing that the starter had a little bit of rust on it and corrosion on the actual some of the wires for the solenoid. So I was like, well, that doesn't seem right. Like, I don't understand why, you know, there would be. Anyways, so I ended up getting a starter, and bam, it fucking fixed the issue. So all that corrosion and rust on the starter was causing it to fucking malfunction and causing those lights to flash, which is really weird because it was acting as if I was under the impression that like it had something to do with the neutral safety switch, but I guess not. I don't really like electrical on cars, but luckily I was able to figure it out, and now it runs just fine. So thank God I fucking fixed that shit easily. Brr, it is fucking cold. Brr, my hands are cold. This nice day is so deceiving. It seems nice out, but it's fucking cold. I just want it to be summertime, where I can ride and not be cold.